She times her journey perfectly. She's come thousands of kilometers, yet each year she arrives just before the salmon release begins.
Alright, we're back. After dinner. What is this? I'm just putting something on. We're gonna pull what game to play anyway. Might as well watch something useful. Right? There's no content, just a documentary about a whale.
She's already had close encounters with cables and boats.
Look, nature, dude. Look at that. Nature. When was the last time you guys watched something about this?
Reared in closed nets, suspended from pontoons anchored in the bay. As the young smolts grow, some escape and feed a few locals.
Maybe we should just watch documentaries.
The salmon still in the nets are now ready for life at sea. The side nets are dropped and 2 million fish swim out of each pen.
What is this then? Like, is it a whale farm? It's a whale farm. It's a salmon farm. Oh, and the whales just come to the salmon farms to get free food. Oh my god, dude.
The hatchery has varied
it's like
the
shallow
time
water
of the first release, but she has always arrived.
Imagine like you're fishing here and then this whale just pops up beside you.
This year, they tow some of the pens out of the bay, away from the greedy eyes of the whale.
But how do the whales eat the fish? They're in the nets, right? They're in the nets.
The salmon are intended to augment the wild stocks, which have been declining.
The salmon are being
Their
released.
plan
Why are they being
underestimates
released?
the whale.
Like, why are these people releasing the salmon? Oh, they're like PETA or something.
She has silently followed the pens.
This is literally RTA, dude.
This little team can
This is literally RTA in Counter-Strike.
It's illegal to harass
The
or
whales
harm a whale.
eating all the small fish.
The fact that a huge calculating brain is at work here is no consolation for John Pierce, the manager of the hatchery.
And then just emoting, dude. Just emoting. I can eat the fish and
It's a battle of
emote.
wits. Whale versus man.
This guy's pissed. That's the free-to-play player, dude. He's just pissed. Nothing he can do about it. He's just
Investigating
pissed.
whale ingenuity takes Rick to Arctic Norway. Under the northern lights are some of the richest seas on Earth.
So my wife wants to go here.
Here, sunrise and sunset.
But then
meet
I
for
think
a few
about this, and
hours
there's no
between
internet
long
here.
nights.
Like, what do? You go there and then you just pitch a tent and there's no internet there. What do you do?
Rick and Captain Andreas Hyder are looking for killer whales or orcas.
Hello, guys. Have sex? Dude. I literally just said my wife, dude. That already implies the environment doesn't matter for the activity.
Killer whales feed on the huge shoals of herring that overwinter in these waters. A family pod coordinates the search with their own repertoire of clicks.
You get
whistles,
vaccinated, then you get
and
5G in your
pulsed
body.
calls.
That's a conspiracy theory, dude.
The calls can be heard from far
Dude, but if you
away
think about
and
it,
help
right?
keep
If
the
you're
family together.
like the sea is the safest place, right? Like covet, the fishes aren't
Once
infected
they
with
find
covet.
the herring, the whales corral
Like covet
them into
doesn't
the shallows using
travel through water,
high-pitched sound.
does it?
The fish crowd together. The family uses this to their advantage.
Is this your next travel? No, dude. Not a big fan of. I mean, it's nice to look at, but if you're actually there,
but
It's
it's
probably
a
hot,
coordinated attack.
sticky, no internet, no
The
AC,
herring are in panic mode,
and
dozens
you
of
get
whales
sand
are
and
now
all
sharing
everywhere.
the feast.
No. It's just, the
The
idea of
whales
it seems
now
nice,
fire
but I would
an
never go to a place
intense,
like that.
short-range sound that
No
jams the
comfort.
herring's nervous system, stunning them.
Guys, we're supposed to poll. Can we poll? What game are we playing? I mean, let me do the poll. Let me do the poll.
The family delicately pick off disabled herrings
What poll?
one by one.
What game shall we play?
They're so successful they can afford to
Starcraft?
be fussy. Only the tender
Dota?
middle part of the body is eaten.
Apex? Watch documentary?
Few animals on land hunt with such sophistication.
Rainbow Six? Try again.
On the other
Try
side
again.
of the world, Rick finds killer
we
whale
start the poll.
ingenuity under very different circumstances. Off the coast of Mexico, predators are in a constant quest for food. Prey is spread out and difficult to come by.
These are drone
This
shots, right? Like
ragged
they got a
band of
drone in the air.
transients, where the scars
And how do they
parasites
know when the whale is
prove
gonna come
that
up the
it's
surface and
tough
all that?
here.
Like, and this is probably by a diver, right? A diver is right beside them, like filming them,
These killer whales work undercover.
and they don't even attack the diver.
Prey is wary.
You're not attacking diver at all. Look at this guy. He's not even afraid, like sharks or anything.
Possible food appears from below.
Dude, it's a stingray.
Whip
I caught one of
tail
these before.
stingrays are
And
and dangerous.
and Rottnest Island. It was like so big.
Stingrays sometimes are coming right towards me. I don't want that on my chest. I'm pushing.
That's
them
a really
away.
small one though.
I don't want that stuck in me.
The killer whales, too, seem to know to be careful.
Oh, the killer whales don't eat this
That
thing.
whiptail stingray has quite
This
a
is pretty
spine,
nice to eat, you know,
and it's
like
venomous.
stingrays. Have
If
you
they
guys
get
eaten
that in their
stingrays?
tongue or their
And
mouth,
in
there's gonna
Asia,
be
in
some
Singapore
serious
especially,
pain there.
it's pretty popular. It's good barbecue fish. The meat is very nice. Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
whales must have recognized
It's very
this
popular.
ray from the several species without a poisonous
Barbecue
spine.
stingray, very good.
They take time to consider. It's valuable food, but dangerous.
And there's no like fishy taste to it too. It's actually very nice meat. And you barbecue it with and you put like this spicy sambal chili on it. It's very good with like lime, very good. I think only in Asia. I don't think they have it in the West. It's slimy? No, they prepare it
The
properly.
whales are working out how to deal with the stingray.
I think you're trying to figure out how to eat this thing.
They softly chirp to each other in whispers. These whales are stalkers. They work quietly.
The lead female would come
Finally,
in
some
to check it
quality
out,
content.
then pull back to let the other one smash it with its tail.
Did it hit? Evasion, dude. This fucking stingray has evasion. Wait, is it dead? Oh, that was a critical hit. Oh, that guy's done. That's done.
Really
That's
looks
done.
like they're passing on
That was
that
a crit.
information, that knowledge, how to stun the stingray and take it as food.
And they're not attacking the dude, man. They're just
You don't
trying to
want
kill
get between
stingrays.
the orca's tail and the stingray, or you're busted up.
Oof. I don't know if you guys have watched a movie on
The
Netflix.
family tries the technique in turn.
Moby Dick or something. There's a movie on Netflix with Chris Hemsworth. Pretty good movie. He's still alive though. This guy's tanky, dude. It's still alive.
The lead whale
never mind.
takes it away to share with the rest of the pod.
Never mind.
This is not instinct, it's creative. Whales can see a problem and think of a solution. A humpback in Alaska is a lone inventor and
This is just literally at the coast, dude. Like, you know, so close to land.
waiting for the next batch of salmon to be released.
So close to land.
She's daring to push the limits.
It's bigger than the house. Look at that. It's almost the
nets
same
and
size
boats
as the house.
while she waits.
Dude, they move so slow, people draw on them. It's like there's graffiti on them.
Staff are planning their next move too, plotting to
This is
outwit
insane. Like,
the
imagine
silent
you see this
Leviathan
wolf
lurking
right beside
below.
you. In shallow water, too. 81% of you say
Manager
watch
has chartered
documentary.
a commercial fishing
9% say play Dota. This is the
little
first.
salmon are sucked up
This is
through
the
a
first?
specially designed pipe.
This is the first, dude. I've actually never seen this happen before.
2
This is
million fish
something
will
else.
fit in a live well on the boat.
It's incredible that one
Get some
whale
food.
is pressuring them to go through all this.
Like, sea water looks very tempting, right? To like swim in and all that. But have you guys swam in the ocean before? It
There's
sucks.
no way for the humpback to sense what's inside the pipe
It actually sucks,
or the
dude.
boat.
Like, you can't open your eyes, dude. It stings.
The ship, with one penload of salmon, heads for a release
And you know how
point
there's like
far
movies where
offshore.
there are steamy scenes where people are like having sex in
There's
the
no
ocean?
sign
That's a
of the
lie.
humpback. It's a win for the hatchery.
You cannot.
Also,
You cannot.
A proportion
too much
of the salmon
friction.
returns to the bay.
Too much friction, dude. Whether
Our
it's in the
humpback whale
ocean,
patrols
in a
the
swimming pool,
shoreline and soon finds them.
too much friction. No. You think that water is a lubricant? It is not.
Dozens of pens remain.
Don't waste your time trying, guys.
Removing the rest of the fish will take too long. Meanwhile,
Yeah, it is
crowding
not
is
pleasant.
bringing disease. There's a new plan. Instead of opening the nets on all 4 sides, they drop only one side of the enclosure.
I don't get it. What are
Salmon
these
swim
people
out,
doing?
But can dart
Why
back
are
into
they
the pen in
farming
case of
salmon
danger.
and then releasing them? They're like nature people.
Our
Are they doing
whale
that?
wants more than just a few stragglers. She wants them all. She swims below the net that lines the bottom of the pen.
And it's the worst part of it is like these whales are
Then
protected
she
by
blows
laws.
a massive bubble under the pen in a brilliant attempt to flush the fish out. She understands the problem perfectly.
And these people can't even do anything about it.
Rick is hoping to see the whale swim beneath the net.
Just like how the whales in E7 are protected by law, dude. Like, they can cheat in RTA and they get like a 1-week ban or some
I know
bullshit
she's down
thing.
there somewhere.
Can't
but
do
the
shit
water's
about
so
it.
dark, it's hard to see anything.
But this is mind blowing though. Like you know, having a whale, a monster of this size, just in shallow water, like so close to the coastline, like 10 meters from the coastline. Like, because I've never seen this.
No one could have imagined what happened next. She slipped unnoticed into the pen with Rick. Not a ripple, not a sound.
This man shat his pants, dude. He
12 meters of
he
whale
shat his
in a
pants,
12
dude.
by 8 meter pen.
That's a giant whale. And a
His
little
ball
swimming
shrunk and it wasn't a cold water. Like, how did he not see this fish come in?
She hasn't got
So
in
big.
by chance. She's daring enough to maneuver through the small opening again and again.
She's in the net, dude.
In
This
this
fish is
game
in the
of
net.
strategy, a wild whale has
How
clearly
did it get into the
beaten
net?
us. 1-to-1, brain to brain.
Why is this shrimp on YouTube? No, why? This is
Most
weird.
whales appear briefly, magically, take a breath,
Dude, where are
and
these
then
places,
return
huh?
to their world.
You see this? Like, where are these places? How are there still places like this in today's age? Where
The
all I see is
Azores
just buildings
are
around us.
fringed by canyons running deep underwater. There, over a kilometer below, live sperm whales and giant squid.
This is like stuff you see in the movies, right? Like you know, like or in games. This is like some coastline in Genshin.
Rick listens with his high
It's probably
to
EU,
the
though.
Morse
I think this
code
is
of
EU.
clicks and calls of
Like
the
in
sperm
Europe.
whales far below him.
Can't be Asia.
I can hear them. The whales are clicking away.
Sperm whales call in phrases.
Yo, this is like me playing
specific
Taki.
meanings
Right?
that maybe even amount to a
It's
language.
like me playing
They
Taco.
certainly have family dialects.
They're moving off down the underwater canyon. I can hear that they're getting further away.
Rick needs to get back to the support vessel fast. He can't afford to lose them.
Once we're at the surface, we can't lose visual contact. They're masters at slipping out of sight.
Sperm whales spend most of their life cruising the abyss in darkness.
Like people used
Coming
to
up
kill
from
whales,
below, how different
oil.
the world of light and air must
Right?
seem.
but now they don't anymore.
They've been holding their breath
Like
for
so
about
before,
an hour.
like
They
before
need to
people
recover.
found oil in the ground, they used to kill whales for oil,
Uses his
oil, right?
kayak to approach the whales
According to the
quietly.
movie starring
Petals
Thor.
drive fins that move in the same way that fish
Not
swim.
just oil. What else did he? For their fat. What's the fat for then? The fat is the oil.
This is a family pod. Sperm whales live in matriarchies.
For
The
perfume.
females are in charge.
For perfumes.
Grandmothers pass on
Good to know.
80 years of wisdom.
Why do you eat shark? No. Shark's fin, yes. We just leave
They
the
can
shark to
see
die.
me,
That's
but they zap
that's
me as
Asian
well
culture,
with their
dude.
sonar. They're
We
making
don't
a
eat the
sound
shark.
picture of me.
Shark probably tastes like shit. Just the fin, dude. Honestly, the fin doesn't even taste good. Okay, it's no taste.
Here
It's
in
just the
Azores,
idea of
whaling was banned
eating
in
something from one of
1986.
the apex predators in the
older
sea. You know, something like
generation of
that.
Sperm whales are
That
veterans
makes it
from
a-
that war.
Luxury item.
Now, after 30
Yeah, it's like
years of
dominance.
protection, trust
dumb, though.
perhaps is starting to return.
It's not like Moby Dick, the big whale that sunk the whaling ships. These are really tender, sensitive animals.
This man really be in the
Female
ocean with a
glides
paddleboat.
along on her back. The family caresses belly to belly. It's not courtship or mating. It's more like hugging, but without arms.
I need perspective, dude. How big are these? Or are they like dolphin size?
As they rub together,
'Cause the waves
they
don't look that
groom
big. You
each
see, like, the
other,
ripples?
removing dead skin.
These
It must
fish
feel
look
good
like they're
when
this
you don't have
size.
anything solid to scratch on.
Like, what is the perspective? Like, I mean, I need like a boat beside it to see.
A youngster seems to delight in the moment. He appears to close his eyes.
What's the biggest type of whale? It should be blue whale, right? I think? Blue whale? Or is it whale shark? I don't know.
Their sensitivity to sound is phenomenal. They can hear each other's heartbeat through the water.
I wonder what does whale taste like?
Family's splitting up.
Sorry, it's just the Asian in me, dude.
About which group
Oh, it's not that big. It's about twice the size of the paddle boat. It's like, it's not that big. It's twice the size of his paddle boat. It's not that big.
One of the youngsters makes a beeline for a small ball-like object covered in barnacles floating at the surface. He rolls on his back and feels the texture, maybe to understand what it is. In a liquid world, any solid object is worth investigating.
I think shark doesn't taste good as well. That's why people don't even bother trying to sell it. Like, you know, like how much of a waste? Like, to kill a shark just for its fin?
The sperm whale's mouth
like, it's
is
a big waste, right?
weapon.
And people, like, some restaurants have tried selling shark meat, but
squid and hold on
it just
to them
didn't
in
fly.
total darkness. It takes practice.
It just wasn't. It didn't pick up here. Why are we watching a documentary? Because I polled what game to play, and then 80% of the viewers here said watch the documentary instead. So here we are. I mean, dude, we can learn something, right? Instead of just looking at games every day, might as well learn something about nature.
Playing ball and having fun. I knew that this was something very special.
A sperm whale teenager probably has the longest and most complex education of any animal.
I mean, like 99% of us will never get to be here. You know, like we'll never get to be in a place like this. Like when all the boomers eventually die, we will never even be here anymore. We will never even see footage, new footage of this anymore, because like people our age, no way we're going out there without internet. It's hot, sticky. Trying to film some fish, no way, right? So once like the older people that do these documentaries are no longer around, we'll never have updates of what the whales are like in 2025.
It's so hard for them to learn, and has huge risks.
Dude, some people have these as pets, you know? They have like seals as pets.
The shallows, they must judge the tides,
and apparently they can survive on dry land.
Contours perfectly.
Yeah, seals as pets.
Experienced killer whales charge up
Dude,
onto
look at
the
that.
beach to grab a seal.
Look at that. He's such a whale. He doesn't care about the meta. It's like, oh, you're supposed to counter me? Land is supposed to counter me?
Others watch and learn.
Just pick carrot. I don't care. Can't be countered. These are dolphins too, you know? They're not, like killer whales are actually like dolphins, right? They're not actually whales.
Or even death.
Dude, he doesn't even take the fish. He doesn't even take the seal back to the deep water. He's just standing there flaunting it, emoting at the rest of the fucking and all his other friends.
Island is a nursery for elephant seals and a seasonal hunting ground for their predators. The mothers left the pups on their own weeks ago.
Well, they just die on the beach, dude. Look at that.
These
oh, wait, they're not dead.
Don't seem to have
they're just fucking chilling.
Could be waiting for them.
They're just chilling. I thought they were dead or something. They're just chilling on the beach.
Seal pups live by their instincts rather than by thinking about things too much. That's probably for the best. Some elephant seal pups are swept off rocks and forced to swim before they're ready.
One of you has got to have eaten sea doggos before. Like
Along
sea.
the shoreline,
Who has eaten a seal before?
a 3-ton male elephant
What does it
seal,
taste like?
Rick finds
I'm pretty sure one of you
how dangerous these
has
species can
eaten
be.
seal before. For sure. No?
I thought I was here to film killer whales and their
Is it
dramatic
illegal?
attacks
I don't
on
know, is
elephant
it?
seals. That's not what I found.
It's not endangered. Seals aren't
It's
endangered.
the dorsal fin of a killer whale, buried under tons of sand. It looks like this orca paid the price for coming in too close.
Oh, this whale got onto the land and tried to kill a seal, and then he just
Rick
died.
is hoping biologist Julia Ecoletti can shed some light on the buried whale.
Got 15%.
She's part of a research team studying elephant seals and killer whales. Julia tells Rick that under the dorsal fin are the remains of a large whale that the researchers named Leo. Each spring for years, they had seen him and his pod mates hunting elephant seal pups in shallow water.
The one in the middle.
A few weeks ago, something went very wrong.
Another one. Is he stuck or something? He's still alive. It's so proud.
The first thing I thought was, okay, we got to save him. So just go into the water and, I don't know, push him away back to the sea. I want to save him. I don't want to, I don't want to watch him dying because he was dying. You could tell.
The pressure of his weight out of water forces up his last meal.
Oh, he came up for a seal and then he puked it out. He regurgitated it out.
The worst part of that is that we kind of realized that we're nothing much we could do about it. While we were trying to put him back to the sea, we saw the other two males. They used to burn in three. It was Leo, Pinone, and Topone.
Oh, they even give
That's
names
the
to
pod,
these.
three males. And while Leo was stranded and crying, Pinone came several times.
Dev's taking care of Will.
The rescue team heard him calling. His pod mates stayed close despite the dangers and all the researchers being in the water.
And I remember there was a fin of Pinone just right in front of Leo, just resting in front of Leo.
No, why can't they push him back though?
Many hours later, Leo's pod mates were still there beyond the surf line.
Because it's too heavy.
Just Trico hosted for 72 viewers. Much wow.
He should have
Leo
hosted.
died in the dark.
Oh, they can't push him back because they don't have the strength
the
to do it.
surviving killer whales left
That's why.
and were away for many months. Whales and dolphins are famously sensitive to distress, even from other species, and sometimes seem to want to help.
What struck me was the other pod mates calling to him and waiting nearby and watching. They knew what was happening. They realized that they were losing someone they cared about. There's an emotional wisdom there.
Bro, he's making too much out of it, dude. That whale just
The
got stuck,
strongest
like
bond of
15% of it. He got
is
stuck on the
between
dry
mother
land.
and calf.
It's not like it was his time to go. He fucked up.
At
He just fucked up.
Rarotonga in the Cook
That's
Islands,
it.
a humpback
They could have
mother
gotten a
and
car or something to
newborn
push him back.
arrive.
I don't know, a boat to yoink him back.
The calf is less than a month
No
old,
whale got restricted
born
teeth
on
off
the
that
8,000-kilometer journey from the Southern Ocean.
You think whales like
Over the next year, she must teach him everything
are like
he
human
needs
beings?
to
Like
know
we
to
can
be on
relate
his
and
own.
communicate with each other, like with language?
Attending her is a young male, a suitor. He's ahead of the other males and hoping to catch her
I
eye
think like they
early.
know like this is my brother or my sister or something.
He wants to escort her on the next leg of her journey within Polynesia as a protector and mate. Her only concern is for her calf. She shields the youngster from the advances of the male.
Why do whales look so scuffed?
She helps her baby to the surface to take a
You know what I
breath.
mean? Why do they always look so scuffed, dude? Like,
The suitor remains attentive. She ignores him.
you know, like
Time
scratches,
is running out of this gentle approach.
and they're like not
posse
the
of
straight,
rival
not
males
smooth
is
lines
about to
or
arrive.
you know. They do a lot of PvP.
To understand humpback whale courtship, Rick joins Nan Hauser, who's been studying humpbacks for over 20 years. Nan and her colleagues have discovered that relationships, whale style, are
You
complicated.
see what I mean? When these people eventually pass on,
Stop right here!
when they eventually pass on, who's gonna get footage of this?
It's the gang of rival males.
Because you see, these people aren't young anymore, right? I mean, they don't have Instagram and all that to keep them to waste your time. So you're just out at sea, you know, waiting for whales.
The newcomers have a much more physical strategy. Their breeches and tail slaps are intimidating to other males and a chance to show off to females. They move in on the mother and compete to push closer.
They're fighting
The
for
suitor tries to keep them at bay.
sex rights, aren't they? Is that it? Are they flexing?
The gang's assertive tactics are no more successful than the gentle courtship of the suitor. Mother and calf move on and leave the islands. The males all stay. More females will arrive soon.
Wait, whales
When
have
they
to
do,
surface
the
because they
gang
need air?
has a new plan.
They can't breathe underwater, can they?
Courtship in most animals is about strength or display. With whales, everything is a bit more subtle, a bit more
They
individual.
can't breathe underwater, but they can't
Whales
stay
come
alive
to
above
Magdalena
water.
Bay in Mexico
Dude, that's
to
like
breed.
the...
The
what a
males wait
paradox,
for the
dude.
females to arrive.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Instead of competing with each other,
Huh?
this small gang
You can't breathe
entertain
underwater,
themselves.
but you can't stay alive out of water. Like... They must have fucked up long time ago and God just
They
decided,
roll
yeah,
on the bottom.
yeah, I'm gonna fuck you over. Or something. That's just so weird. Aren't we
When
the
the
same
surf
but in
comes up,
reverse? What do
they
you mean?
head out to the
We
break
can breathe
and catch
like we don't
some
need to be in
waves.
water. We're not in this. We're fight like we breathe out of water and we stay alive out of water, but they can't stay alive out of water.
Even for whales, surfing can take some practice.
But we need to drink water.
You need just the right
But
wave.
it's
if you
way
weigh
easier to
30
drink
tons.
water than to, you know,
There's
have
a
to stay
sideways
underwater.
move that doesn't always work well. Upside down is another way. A spin, maybe. Lift your tail.
Who are they
and you
fighting?
nail it.
Huh? Huh? Who are they fighting? Why are
must
they
be
are
having
why,
fun.
no why are their
They're riding
skins
the
so
waves over
dude?
and over again.
Why are there so many scars on them?
After they catch a ride, they turn and head back out to the surf break.
They just keep bumping into rocks or something. No, I mean like the whales. Look at the skin of the whale. It's not like a
This is
perfect
just a
black or
magic
something. It's a scuffed here and there. All of you say they fight squids. They fight giant
The
squids and
female
giant
whales
octopus.
could be watching from a discreet distance,
Is that what your-
admiring the
Is that a
best
story that your
surfer.
parents told you when
They
you were
could
young
be
or something?
choosing a partner.
I've never seen a fight between a giant squid and a whale.
They
Which
are far
cartoon
away at
in
the
Disney
other end of Magdalena
Did you see
Bay.
that from?
There,
Yeah.
they approach small boats.
I've
and
never seen a
solicit
fight
human
between a
attention.
giant squid and a whale.
They even bring their newborns along.
That's the next video.
This
Alright, that's
is a
the next
wild
video.
mother approaching people. There's no obvious benefit.
That's the next video.
Scientists have different theories as to why grey whales here seek human attention.
Oh my god, dude, look at
The
that.
whale's curiosity and tactile affection may be a clue to what they think and feel. Like the sperm whales, they seem to enjoy being touched.
Why do
I've
they
watched
call
these
them sperm
interactions for a number
whales
of years.
too?
But it still amazes me how the whales are so trusting.
Like, why?
This was first seen
They
in the
smell?
1970s,
Oh my god,
and
really?
slowly more
No way,
intelligent
dude,
mothers
no
took up
way.
the idea. For the
No
tourists on
way.
the boat, it's a wonderful
No way.
fleeting moment of direct contact between human and whale.
Like one surfaces, right? And like 100 meters away, and the smell of jizz just fills the air. No way, dude.
The sound of singing encircles Rarotonga.
Because humans back in the
South
day
Pacific.
thought the big pocket of fat was sperm. Oh.
The courting gang of humpback males is practicing their new tactic. The gang has become a choir. Our frustrated suitor has joined 3 other males on the reef to sing.
I want to see this guy fight a squid.
They've
'Cause you guys say
decided
they fight
it's
squids,
better
right?
To work together.
Do you think this is the actual sound they make?
Nan
Or
Hauser
someone's just doing
works
sound
with
effects?
other scientists throughout the South Pacific to record humpback whale
Like, can you
songs.
actually hear the whale sound?
The songs are some of the most complex in the animal kingdom. Patterns
You
of
can't,
calls
right?
make up
Only
phrases.
whales can hear
The
whales, right?
repeat
It's like-
each phrase like verses
at a different
forming
frequency,
a
right?
longer song.
So this is just some guy doing sound effects. Yeah, we don't hear them.
The concert can last for hours.
Oh, this is right below us.
Dude, Tarkov players again, dude. Tarkov players. Literally Tarkov players, man. Right below us.
Nan takes Rick to an area over the coral reef where she's frequently recorded the singers.
Some of you don't understand. If you play Tarkov, you're just listening most of the time for clues of where people are.
songs are part of courtship, yet scientists also believe that there is data here about their long-distance travels from the pole to the tropics.
The song is so intense, I can feel my entire body tingle from the vibrations.
That means he can hear the sound. He can hear the sound of he can actually, it's audible.
The same song with individual variations. But every year or two, a new song reaches the island.
I can hear two singing.
Yep.
You know, so awfully cool.
He can hear that
Right
in the
together.
water. He literally is
There are
saying,
two
I can hear
songs
that.
going on.
He has no equipment.
That's very special, huh?
Yeah.
We better see if we can get on top of them again.
Okay, let's go.
The stuff he's holding is a camera, dude.
Back in Nan's office, Rick and Nan studied the day's recordings.
Okay, wait. Can we not hear in the
We
water?
actually hear
Hang
one
on,
whale
wait.
teaching the other whales.
If
to
I'm underwater
mimic it.
and you're underwater,
So for instance,
alright, and you
if
fire
they
a
start
gun,
phrase
bang!
with
Can you hear? I haven't been underwater for
hear
so long. I
the
don't know.
first whale singing that song very loudly, and then
No, I
you
haven't
hear
been
the second
underwater
whale
for so long.
copy it. So it's almost like an echo. And
You can?
sometimes it's really fun because they're singing two different songs.
Really?
And then
So,
after
so
listening
if
to
I
it
want to
for
go,
a
if we're in a pool together, we're
you
both
see
underwater,
them,
right?
or at least
And I
one of
say
them
like, "Hey, fuck
incorporating
you! Can you hear that?"
song into his
No,
song.
you can't, right?
So they actually have this transfer of phrases of songs. It's beautiful.
You can't.
A new song ripples across the Pacific, past
Yeah, that's
from
why we
whale
have
to
used sign
whale.
language when they're diving.
He can travel 6,000 kilometers from Australia to French Polynesia. Then, a year or so later, a new humpback hit emerges.
It's crazy. Like they're filming this like documentary, right? Every time they're in the
Humpbacks,
water and
it
you see the whale
seems,
there,
are dedicated followers
it's like
of
the ocean
fashion.
is just a giant swimming pool, and there's no one else there. There's no other fish, dude. The whole fucking place is like it's just a big swimming
What
pool
is
with just a whale in there.
Is
There's
that the
no other
song
fish.
is communal and
No other
personal.
life form, just the whale. No
It
life form, no
contains
fish, no shark,
information
nothing.
and emotion.
No, not
It
even birds,
reveals
dude.
something of their inner world. There are clues into the whale mind, if we're lucky enough to know where to look.
After filming whales in many oceans over many years, I come away with a feeling that although they're different from us, they're also a lot more like us than I ever thought before. They have families. They play. They're curious. They can learn. They pass this knowledge on. They have a deep wisdom.
Each insight, though, raises many more questions. The truth is, we've only just touched the surface.
Bit server with whales only. Yeah, yeah. We actually watched a documentary for 50 minutes. Can you imagine that? So proud of you. We all learned something new today. Alright, we learned about whales.